was cool. It was like, wow, maybe like 45. It was like, wow, this late at night, Colorado in December, I'll take it. And then I come home and I clean up, use quality soaps. And what happens? What happens? What happens? It's like, yeah, get it cold. Get it cold. This is what it is. Click clack, baby. It is what it is. I'm gonna put on my gloves now. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wear gloves, but no glove, no love, baby. You gotta drink filtered water. You can't stress it enough. Filter the water so like your kidneys don't have to. You don't know what toxins your local politicians are dumping into your aqueducts. I can't stress that enough. I'm not joking. Where's the other glove? There's one fucking glove. Where's the other glove? Where's the other fucking glove? I got a Michael Jackson this shit. Cohiba. You don't really want to Cohiba about us. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. Wow, I don't know what happened to my other glove. So to not look like an idiot, I don't like facing this way. We don't get the car view, and I'm like facing the open area. I feel like I get more wind. But the other way, my back was to it. Now my back's to the wall though. They can't see me. Who can't see you? Taxes. I'm trying to hide. You just want to take it all. Taxes is like a barnacle. Taxes is like a bacteria. It needs a host, and it's just gonna just grow, fester. Is what it is. Who likes taxes? Like, it'd be good. Like, you know what I'm saying though? Like, it'll be good. Like, you put barbecue sauce and chicken. Like, yeah, a little more. Like, nobody looks at their paycheck and they're like, how about a little more? Why don't you tax that a little more? Why don't you tax that a little more? Yeah, people are sick of it. People are sick of it. People are working for nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, I mean, you have nothing to show for it. The American middle class is dead. It's dead. The American dream is dead. Is dead. Oh, get a job. You could have a dual income, and unless you're both clearing 150, 200 grand a year, if you're regular people making 50 to 75 grand a year, even combined, doesn't matter. So you throw in a car or two, some child support, and food shopping. You like to have steak once a month. You're broke. You're like, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because the cents are not worth anything anymore. Money's only money if it's worth. The money's nothing. It's what, like, if you found 1,000,000 Barbie dolls, right? Now maybe you could sell them in a collection or something. But I'm just saying, like, it's worthless, right? Like, just a fuck. You find $1,000,000, like, wow, rich. Why? The money does nothing for you. It's what other people will do to get for that money. They'll feed you. They'll fuck you. They'll clothe you. They'll give you a house. So, oh, did you have to build a house? No, I gave them money. See, if you could do it yourself, you could save something. But money is power over others. Money's not power. Money has no power unless it has it over others. If everyone was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to use the monetary system anymore. I like IOUs, and I just paid for it. Then your money would be worthless. They're like, hey, how much you want for that car? 10 grand? No, I don't use money. That's okay. That's okay. Hey, looking good tonight, baby. How much? What do you got? I got $100, baby. Oh, I was looking for hopes and prayers. Oh, sorry. Sorry. This is what it is. PG's not reliable. Why don't you mind your motherfucking business? Sacco. That's what it is. PG's not here. I can't count on this guy. I can't count on him. And I needed that glove. My hands are gonna freeze now. I needed that glove. Where is the other glove? Did it fall out in my car? I'm angry right now. Angry. Angry. Yeah, I've been growing out the beard. I've been using this caffeine, whatever the hell it is, for beard. It's so soft. It's so soft. You know what I'm saying? And growing it out using beard oil and quality Amish beard wax. I can't stress it enough. It is what it is. It is what it is. Look at Gio. Wow, Gio's actually being reliable. Look at Gio. Gio's got like 2 teardrops from the 86K club. He's like, I had to do what I had to do. All right. Some guy kicked my Jordans. Like, Gio's in the 86K club with all 6 pairs of Michael Jordan sneakers. And he's like, I do what I do. Somebody comes in. He's like, yeah, you got some nice sneakers there, huh? Gio's just carrying around his little puppy. Let me guess. Did you eat his ass? PG. What the fuck? PG's fired. PG's fucking fired. The wind is picking up. I'm really getting mad. I'm getting mad about tonight. This was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. People come and people go. This is what it is. It's just like sex. Sometimes people pull out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win the prize. Where the fuck is PG? Like PG. Okay, Sako, could you text PG? I put in the chat, hey, we're here. I'm just gonna start smoking. Why the fuck am I waiting for this motherfucker? Like I talked to him on the phone. He's not reliable. Oh, the wind is really picking up. That's reliable. Son of a bitch. I thought this was gonna be fun. Now I didn't want to be here. I don't even want to be here. I can't stress it enough. I'm not that naive. I'm more than a bird. I'm more than a plane. On a 7 fans outside of me. It's not easy to be PG. Nobody gives a fuck. Where's Caleb? And where's Chewy? Hey, what's up, guys? ¿Qué pasa? What's up? Fucking just we're just gonna tear tonight. Oh wow. I'm gonna put that in my left back pocket. Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. That was 99 cents. That's it. Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. I was thinking of a new movie. I was telling PG it's going to be a vampire movie, but instead of the vampires sucking blood, which is so like old vampire style, and people have AIDS, so you don't want to suck blood. What if the vampire was just eating ass? It's like, I want to eat your ass. Honestly, it wouldn't even be scary anymore because most people like Gio are like, well, all right, go ahead, go for it. There's Caleb, right? Caleb's the Fed. So, anyways, yeah, we like Count Dracula, like Count Cracula, Count Dracula. It's just like, oh, I want to eat your ass. Instead of fangs, what would he have? I don't know what he have. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. We'll think about it, but Count Cracula. Count Cracula. Yeah. And yeah. 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 And Gio's going to play the Count. This is what it is. I want to eat your ass. Uncle Larry, who the fuck is this guy? Could somebody text this motherfucker? Where is PG? 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 Where's my gloves? I have one glove. But you know what though? Oh, it's a right glove too. I need the left glove. I smoke with my left hand. I can't smoke with my right hand. Son of a bitch. PG's not here. Could somebody get PG? All right, this episode's ruined. I'll use Sako as a backup, and Sako will be happy. Sako doesn't give a shit. Sako's like, Big D, what's up? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm here. PG, you motherfucker, man. Where are you, PG? You're wasting everyone's time, PG. 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 Are you micro buffing? I put you in the title, PG. Dream Life, how's your balls? How's your balls? How's your balls? Nice to see you, bro. Hey, Dream Life, I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in New York on the 20th. I know you said you're leaving on the 22nd, so that leaves the 20th or the 21st. We'll have to try to find a way to even smoke one cigar. Is what it is. Is what it is. Why don't you mind your fucking business, okay? Why don't you mind your business, okay? Why don't you mind your business? Why don't you mind your business, okay? Okay? Why don't you mind your business? PG's not reliable. All right, I'm just going to smoke my cigar right now. And when PG gets here, I'm going to be very frustrated. Sacco, could somebody text PG? I told him we were going on, and I put it in the private dome. What the fuck is going on in this place? What is going on? PG. PG's fired. PG's not allowed. PG, you're fired. Somehow, hold on. Oh, shit. Wow. I'm more than a player. That funny red suit. Na, 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 na. It's not easy. Is what it is, baby. It's kind of cold out right now, bro. And I forgot my glove. I mean, I had my glove. That was in my hand. Can't find the other glove. Fuck you, PG. It's really windy out.
I was working out and I was about to go get fresh, and then saw you were on. It gets my stuff together. You smoking the Riviera? That looks like the Riviera. All right, here, look, Richie, I got some good news. Okay, listen, I got some good news. The good news is I think what I'm gonna smoke is I'll smoke a red dot. I've never smoked a red dot before, so I think that'll probably be interesting. I also have a Macasar that I could smoke, but I think the red dot's more interesting. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
All
just
right.
don't talk to people that are half hour fucking late. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
What happens when you show up to class late? You fail.
Sorry, Richie.
Okay. You think I believe that you're sorry? You're not reliable. I'm going to start calling you PGO.
Well, today I think that would be deserved. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't like
shovel it on, dude.
this angle. Like, it puts the. Oh, forget it. Everything about the way this is set up right now, I'm not comfortable.
What do you mean?
Everything about right? More furniture for the deck, and we organized everything, so I'm not facing the right. I'd have to move chairs around to face the way I normally do. That makes sense. That roasted, toasted grape noble, like charred wood, like fermented grapes, like a wine, like a really nice, like a dark wine, really beautiful cigar. Black pepper, a rich, sweet undertone, long, heavy finish. To me, the cream of purple is a monster. It should be in the top 25. I'm calling it right now. You know, the aging room, the yellow one is the whatever it's called. It's going to be in the top 25.
Sonata.
But Iraqi Patel and Perdomo, they're going to get, they're
Yeah,
going to pay.
the ALR is going to be in the top 5 for sure, dude. For sure. You heard it here first.
Yeah, it is.
Did you dry box that one, Les?
John, we got Nuggets and we got FDNY. What's up, bro?
All right, sorry, one more sec.
Dude, I'm gonna be done with the cigar by the time you hang out.
Yeah. You're a quick smoker, dude.
Sacco just said the dumbest joke, but it was funny. He said, this guy asked him, he said, hey, is your dad working? And the guy goes, no. And the other guy goes, well, why don't you get him fixed? It takes a second. You're like, oh, it's a stupid joke, but all right. Okay, so right off the bat, you never had this cigar. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get rich, cinnamon coated, roasted, fucking salty nuts. I can't stress that enough. With a beautiful amount of Thanksgiving level black pepper. I can't stress that enough. With a
Okay.
long, tingly, lively champagne-like finish, meaning champagne's all bubbly, moving around. So it's not an aggressive cigar, but it's not a timid cigar. It's like a very fun, lively cigar, and I hope you get that out of that because that's what everyone gets out of it. And unless you micro puff it or ruin it, or how old is this cigar?
It's probably about a year. It was
Okay,
kept. It's,
I'm telling you right now, Sacco sent me a 5-year aged Cohiba Red Dot, and it was fine.
yeah.
It was a little smoother, but like a little less balls, but it was still fine. So we proved that like you can't just go by this years evenly for every cigar. And there's two cigar and then how you age it. So they both play hand in hand. But clearly, what I've been seeing is cigars that have a lot more to lose sometimes lose more within 3 or 4 years than a cigar that doesn't. Does that make any sense?
You say that? Oh, they're stronger to begin with.
I'll say it again, motherfucker. A cigar that has more to lose,
Okay.
because that's what you know the cigar to be, right? Time affects it more within a couple of years because you're used to it being up here. So even though it's still stronger than another cigar that was down here, statistically, that cigar, let's say a Connecticut, it didn't have nowhere else to go. It's like it's going to be Connecticut. It's just going to be a little. What I've noticed with Connecticut's, they just get a shorter finish, or they get a more airy finish, like a lighter finish. But you know, but if you have a strong Maduro cigar and you give it 3 4 years, sometimes it loses balls, but it's still strong. But it's not how you. So that might piss you off. Then again, some people like that though.
It's straight medium so far.
Yeah, we got a guy here that says he's never had Red Dot. Literally one of the most popular Cameroon cigars in the world. It's 70% of literally of $1 billion company of Cohiba. 70% of the cigars they sell is Red Dot, and you never smoked it. Like you're too good for it. Shut the fuck up. Like maybe he should double the price and gouge it for 40, and then you'll buy it. Listen, I don't got any room for that blind hater. It's a great cigar. It's a beautiful, true African Cameroon aged wrapper with a high.
Yeah.
It's a higher priming than a Don Carlos or Hemingway on the classic side. You know what I'm saying? Though it's stronger than Hemingway or Don Carlos. I love the Red Dot.
I'm definitely absolutely getting that wood, cinnamon, leather type of thing going on.
Now,
For sure.
wait till as it builds up, man. Like it was at Churchill. That's the best size because you're gonna have a lot of time to build up. By the time you get to that middle of that, please don't try to micro puff that for the sake of the show. Because the Riviera and I'm outside, I'll try to slow down, but I'll try to slow down. You try to speed up. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm trying to smoke it fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying going crazy, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying if you micro puff that, it's gonna take some time, especially because you came here late. But dude, it's just a happy cigar. It's just a beautiful cigar. Like it's a great celebration cigar. Like you're happy, you're celebrating. You're not trying to get your ass kicked, but you're not trying to be bored. It's not like Connecticut, and it's a great cigar.
Beautiful. spices. It's
You,
kind of Middle Eastern spices thing going on as well.
it's a beautiful cigar. Dream Life. You got to go on cigar page, buy a 10 pack. You know what I'm saying? The Red Dot. Listen, I don't understand why guys and I love Don Carlos and I love the Hemingway, but then so a lot of guys that love cigars they won't love the Red Dot or they won't give it respect. Like literally, the Red Dot is as good as Don Carlos and is as good as the Hemingway. It just depends on what mood you want. They literally the holy trifecta, like the holy trinity of Cameroon, is Red Dot, Hemingway Classic, and the Don Carlos. Like you could have a great day. You smoke all three of those cigars in one day. Each one's better than the next. Like each one does something the other one does. You know what I'm saying though? Like the strongest of the three though is the Red Dot. Like I'm talking about regular Don Carlos. I'm not talking about personal reserve. So within classic, true form, you have the Red Dot, the Don Carlos, and the Hemingway, and they're all great. They're all great. They're all great, man. You
You
know.
know, my favorite cigar is the Cameroon Cat. Well, really, the LFD 2000. That's my favorite. So, but
Well, if you like that, dude, I can't wait. And this is your first time experiencing it, so even then, I want you to try it more than once. You go on Cigar Page, you get them for nothing, and that way you just build some memories with them, bro. I've had that cigar in the hundreds. I'm not even joking, in the hundreds. Like in the
I've got
hundreds.
I got a bunch of these. I kept buying these because you kept saying how good they were. So I just kept buying them. I never smoked one. I needed the right occasion. So
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, that's where. Listen, Geo, my unreliable friend. Yes, it's Murrayfield Cameroon. That's where they all get it from. They all buy it from the same people. So there you are shitting on General Cohiba, like, the Fuente's got to be better. Literally the fucking same place. There's only one people growing out of Cameroon. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, and the Red Dot is stronger than the fucking Don Carlos or the Hemingway. Now, each one has their own beautiful profile. But to literally shit on the Red Dot, I think is the dumbest thing you could do. Like it's one of the best Cameroon cars ever made. It's phenomenal. Like I took the band off and gave it to five guys in a lounge, and they fucking phenomenal. And then it was all done. How'd you like? These guys were David smokers and Padron. Oh, I loved it. I would buy that all the time. Who made that? Is it boutique? Yeah, yeah. Cohiba. Yes,
Cohiba, yeah,
yeah.
Cohiba,
It's made by El General. You know what I'm saying? General cigars. You know what I'm saying?
Rideau. Yeah, it's the Rideau, dude. This is good, and you're absolutely right. You get the cinnamon, wood, caramel. To me, the caramel is more like a honey, and it's like wood as well. It was
Yeah,
really
that's what you're getting out of it. But at the end, it should be right now. It should be medium plus, and then by the middle, it should be medium full. But not like ass kicking. But just a beautiful cigar. A lot of fun. It's not boring. I'd say you should probably get about 70% darkness. What is it hitting you right now? Remember, darkness is not strength. People might, what I'm saying, you got to get that in your mind. It's not a very dark cigar, but it's not a very. You get what I'm saying? No, it's it's not a Connecticut shade of 50%.
What's interesting is there's a lot of sort of core backbone tones to this, which are honestly like 60% darkness, 55 like really pretty light. And then there are a few notes which are more on the darker side that are more around that 70, like you said.
So for you, it would be
So
probably hitting somewhere between them with 65%. If you
yeah,
average it.
but that's the thing. You're that's taking an average. Whereas with a cigar, I feel like you're getting a similar band of notes, but you kind of
But
get
don't worry,
two.
the car's going to build up and get stronger and heavier, so you're going to feel it's going to feel darker because the darker notes, the pepper and everything else is going to push a little harder. It gets intense. It's not a boring cigar. Dude, I'm not saying it's ass kicking, but it doesn't let up. It just keeps on giving you. If you hold the smoke on that, you're like, wow, wow. Like it's like I'm telling you, man, it's such a great cigar. It's
It's good.
yeah.
What's funny, it's light for size. It reminds me of the Cohiba Blue, actually, the Cohiba Blue, a little bit. Like I think they actually have like a kind of a specific style going on. Again,
Cohiba Blue has the same fillers as Dominican Puerto Cabano.
oh,
So,
gotcha.
but it has some Honduran tobacco. The Cohiba Blue was the first Cohiba using Honduran shit, and because the Honduran tobacco was cheaper, it was at a lower price point. A great cigar, but
Ooh, yeah, now it's building up. It's really beautiful.
yeah,
Now it's getting more in that caramel instead of the
right,
honey
right there for you, right
right
there.
there.
You got to
Mm.
use the phrase. You got to use the phrase, man. Right there.
Well, last time I did the right there, you said it didn't pick up enough for me to say right there. So I want to reserve it for when it really picks up. But the flavor just kicked in.
I appreciate you correcting Richie on the show. You know what I'm saying? No, here's what it is.
I was correcting myself, dude.
Yeah, were you correcting me or you? Who you say?
I was correcting me because you had corrected me previously.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to make good on your correction.
Can you can you
Go fuck myself.
can you count 3 letters in a row? Can you say them?
Which one's 451?
Just start with A.
Okay. A, B,
Yeah.
C,
All right. How
D.
about three? How about 3 numbers in a row?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty smart. Could you take those 3 numbers and go in reverse?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't stress it enough. This is my fucking show. Don't ever fucking disrespect Richie. You can fuck with Richie. I gave it to him nicely because he's a nice kid. I gave it to him nicely. Now Gio is a different thing. Gio gets raw dogged. I hope he learned his fucking lesson. Uncle Larry's been around. Uncle Larry saw that coming. Uncle Larry's from the street. Uncle Larry's from the street. He's like, oh man. Thanks for having me on the show. Hey PG, make sure you come back. Hey PG, come back. Come back. PG, I had to teach you a lesson, okay? Come back, PG. Come back. I sent the PG, I sent the thing. Come back. It's okay, PG. Come back. It's all right, PG. All right, PGO. That's what it is. Hey,
Counting, and then the Wi-Fi went out, I think.
I set you up. I had to start off with the number, the letters to make it too obvious. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, dude. If I'm counting down, I'm thinking I'm going to get kicked. Of course.
Hey, you were a good sport. That's all right.
Dude.
So, I mean, look, bro. I mean, look, a show that will dome his own guest. I mean, no one else does that. If anyone did, they're just copying Richie. Like,
I'll be fair. I'll be fair. I might have been upset, but I seen you do it to Sacco, and he was a good sport, and they gave me a good role model. I said I'm going to be a good sport.
this place makes you a better man. You know what I'm saying? No, it teaches you in life that when things don't go your way, like you can still, like, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not. You can't control the cards, but you control your play. How is that cigar? Like, you're holding the smoke. You're a real man. You must have had an extreme man. You know what I'm saying? Though.
The strength on this is like nothing compared to the extreme, dude. Everything's weak now.
Yeah, yeah. It's a phenomenal cigar, though, man.
Yeah, a good cigar for sure.
Yeah, and unless if you damage it, I've never had a wrap or crack on me. It just always burns great. Now I'm not sure what the moisture level your cigar was. Was it in the cellophane?
This was in the cellophane at 69. Frankly, I know people say smoke it to 65. I find stuff too dry at 65. This is at 69 now. Cameroon's even more. I think Cameroon needs more moisture. So, but you could.
Maybe for you, with your slower puffing style, maybe you need to have the cigars a little more moist. I don't know. I'm not saying why, but maybe with the flavor, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if a cigar is too dry and you're slowly puffing on a dry cigar, maybe it seems more harsh because it's stronger in a sense.
Yeah, it's possible.
You need that extra moisture to lubricate.
Yeah. Got abducted by alien. Yeah.
No, dude, I think it's just such a cultural status cigar, the Cuba Red Dot, and especially of American New World cigars, that anyone that doesn't like it is just because they're blindly hating. Because nobody hates Don Carlos and nobody hates the Hemingway Classic series, and it's like literally it's a stronger wrapper from the same family. Like, what do they? What do they do? Would they hurt you? And then the Dominican Portugal Habano, Like, and then it has the Indonesian binder. It's a great. And the Indonesian binder is where I think it gives you a little spices that a little more exotic. But
I
the Porto Cabana was so sweet and strong, but with that cinnamon of the Cameroon, and it has kind of more toothy wrapper. It's darker than the Don Carlos. If you look at the wrapper on it, you know.
Yeah, it's a little oilier than the Don Carlos, I think.
Yeah, if I had to choose one, in my opinion, I'm wrong. I know this, Don Carlos has a little more status in some people's eyes. I would take the red dot. No, I love them both. What I'm saying is, if I could only have one for the rest of my life, that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Of course, I like them both. I'm just saying though, it's for me, the Don Carlos is more beautiful in some ways for a little more lighter cigar, more airy, but the red dot is stronger. So you
The,
know,
the Piloto Cubano is a very like it's very light. It's almost like a it's almost like right now it almost feels like a Connecticut in terms of the heaviness of it, like the body heavy, like you know what I mean. It's not super. There's definitely flavor, and the flavor is not light like the Connecticut, but the I feel like the fillers, it's like not pushing it that hard. It's like very
well, it's going to build up. You got the longest size. It takes more time to build up. I can't stress. If you start a robusto, like okay, wait till you get 2 inches in. That's exactly where the robusto would have started. You know,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and and time is everything when you think about flavor. So if you start off already at medium full versus start of a medium at the build up, like in your mind, that cigar, even though both cigars end on the same note, you're gonna assume the other one's stronger. Why? Well, it'd be like you get to work and right off the bat, they're like, start digging, and you're like, oh shit, I thought we were gonna build up. I thought we were gonna have coffee, and I had to take a shit. So that's so there is benefits to having a longer cigar time to build up, but unless if you didn't want to build up, you know what I'm saying though. So
Yeah.
I think you have to appreciate whatever it is. I think when you have a Churchill, you get more of the backstory of the cigar, and when you have the Robusto, it's just like get right to it.
Yeah. Churchill's my favorite size generally, so no complaint from me. Although I this is probably a 50. I like a 48 Churchill personally,
It
but
might be 50 or 49. I'm not sure.
it's nice.
Uh,
It's very what was I gonna say? Wow, forget.
I'm gonna have to drop this ash because it's so windy out right now, and I'm facing the wind. It's gonna get blown on my face. It's really fucking windy out tonight. I can't believe it. He says, I'm smoking it tonight. I just got gifted a Rockville, Connecticut. Doesn't seem my thing. It's probably not going to be a thing. It's an okay Connecticut. So you can enjoy it, but don't smoke it at nighttime. Smoke that on a Sunday morning with your coffee right after breakfast or something like that. You know what I'm saying, though? I wouldn't smoke a Rocky Patel Connecticut right before bed. I would smoke it going for a walk through the woods, like literally, I would smoke it like 11 o'clock in the morning in the sunshine. You know, I would go to take a Connecticut for the woods. I have no problem with that because I want my wits about me. I don't want to be smoking Padron and a bear sneaks up. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on my last third. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? You're not Padron will fuck up your aim. I gotta try that. I gotta bring like cigars to an outdoor range and be like, all right, trying to control 45 on Connecticut, like bullseye. Here's 45 trying to control it on Mexican San Andreas. You know what I'm saying? On an extreme. You're just like shooting in the air. Dude,
Oh yeah,
that cigar hurt me the extreme.
dude. I don't even know if I had fun with that cigar. Like it was cool hanging out, but I think I even had more fun with the Diablo. The Extreme was like,
No, the extreme. Okay, dude, the extreme was stronger than Diablo. Like the extreme, holding that smoke on that, it hurt. There's a phrase I say for when things really hurt me because it's beyond physical because I don't have this, but it's a phrase I'm going to teach you. That hurt my pussy. I don't even have a vagina, but somehow it hurt it, and I don't. So that's how much it hurt me.
you dig deep back into before your genitals were formed, before any of your body organs were fully formed, to
That's
where
not for, but
possible.
okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, dude, it hurt my foot. Like, dude, did you watch the breakfast taco video? How bad was that?
I watched I watched the first half, and then I got interrupted doing something. But it went exactly like I saw that cigar, and I was like, people talking about it is like, why would you smoke? I would be hard pressed to smoke a cigar that's named after a food at all. Can you think of one thing that you would want that's named after a food that you'd smoke it? Why? For what reason?
I think they should make cigars named after sex, like literally, like the Fuente fuckboy, or
What is it?
like the Padron 69. You
What
know what I'm
about the
saying?
pussy juicer, like the sophisticated hooker?
Now I'm talking about things you do, like
Okay.
like David off blowjob, or I don't know, David off fisting sungrown.
I'm sorry, brother, but I'm not smoking a cigar called blowjob.
Well, you're probably not getting a blowjob anyways.
That's fair enough, but I'm not doing this with a
This
thumb
is
call.
my imagination time. Don't fuck it up.
Okay, sorry.
Can you count down from 3 again? like, like the dome is undefeated. The dome is I pick the dome, like if people just falling into it. Like Josh, when Josh goes to the dome, he doesn't even scream. He's just eating nuggets. He's like,
he Josh knows the drill. He takes it well.
yeah. See, here's the thing about Sacco. Sacco is dying to be in your position right now. He doesn't do well in the audience. Like Sacco, like I could do like Sacco loves the show so much that if you were like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it tonight, Sacco would be like, get out, I'm in. Like Sacco is so down for the cause. Like I could be like, all right, listen, I'm gonna go to bed. But anybody want to come off in 30 seconds? He'd be like, yo, Flex, what's up?
Like, check it out. I'm in front of the fire. Check it out. I got a big box of cigars. Check it out.
Sacco is the greatest asset to the show. And know what the greatest asset is? It's not the flexing, it's not the Rolex, it's his attitude.
Yeah, man.
Sacco's winning attitude. You don't get the Rolex, you don't get the Rolls Royce first, you get the winning attitude first. If you have a loser attitude, you know what I'm saying, though? You get what I'm saying, though? Sacco has a winning fucking attitude, okay?
Sacco's dude. Everybody knows. Yeah.
But that's how you got to see it. See, I don't hate he has those things. I'm happy for him, and he's a winner here. You know what I'm saying? You can't be surrounded by winning unless you're a winner here. Like if you're making stupid decisions, you're not gonna have a Rolls Royce. Like you know what I'm saying? You're like maybe I should try fentanyl. Oh, what color is the interior gonna be? Like it's just you gotta make good decisions to have good things happen. I can't stress it enough. And I use that term loosely.
Yeah. No, he's wonderful part of the show, and I like his humor too. I appreciate that about him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna drop this ash.
Sacco says he's winning so much. Sometimes he gets tired of winning. All right, Sacco, don't rub it in, buddy.
I'm winning so much. Listen, Dream Life. I gotta drop the ash because it's windy. I mean, it's fucking. I don't want to drop the ash.
Dude, you said drop the ash, and my ash dropped. God damn it, Richie.
What's wrong with you? Are you 451? Are you the? Hold on, hold on. Are you the 451 vampire? I want to eat your ass. Okay, okay. Use it. Use it. No, no. Listen to me. Use it. Did the profile get stronger after the ash dropped? Like immediately.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I don't know if it's 5 or 10%, but holding the ash at a certain point, it diminishes the strength. I'm not saying 100%, but like so, as soon as you drop the ash, like then notice the difference. Like I have to drop the ash only because it's windy out, and I don't want to wear the ash. So I'm gonna drop the ash. I'm gonna take a puff. I'm gonna drop the ash, and then take a puff after the ash, and I'm gonna see percentage wise how much it picked up in strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now it's medium full, but not super strong. Right now it's 75%. Right now it's a pretty long finish, but not a super long finish. Here we go. Noticeably strong. Right now that's a solid medium full. So it
Yeah.
doesn't a grade, but it jumps within the grades. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. 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 For
It
sure.
didn't grade, but it jumped within the grade. Does that make any sense?
It fills it out. Yeah.
It didn't. No, you get what I'm saying? though. It went from a gentle medium full to a full medium full, which is a jump.
Fills it all the way.
So growing the ash is great, but also understand now you can use it to your advantage or disadvantage. I would say this: growing the ash on a Connecticut could be the worst thing you could do because Connecticut's not that strong to begin with. So maybe you want that thing burning hotter so you get a little more balls out of it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's
The,
why
the
that's why
more
you don't micropuff, dude.
the more ash, the less balls. I can't stress it enough.
This guy's all ash, no balls.
Yeah,
Look
look, is
at
anything I'm saying stupid though? I'm proving it. You want to get the fuck out of here?
I'm sure Sako wants to come on, bro.
Sacco can wait. You come on them. Sacco's on like 90% of my shows. I have to change it up. Like Jeremy doesn't want to come on no more. Dream Life doesn't want to come on no more. AP has his own network. AP has his own satellite network show. He's too good to come on. You know what I'm saying? No, he's too
Sure.
good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like right now, AP's up, but he's like, it's too late, Richie. It's too late.
Dude, I've seen AP on the show forever. I guess it's really like he gets a little hotter. Maybe. I feel like it also because
Oh
you're
no,
also
no, the
you're
cherry,
faster.
cherry, dude. The cherry definitely gets a little hotter. So you get the fire gets hotter. So it's a little more intensity.
Hmm. Oh, right there, dude. Finally, it's starting to pick up to like full saturation of its own flavors.
But you can tell where the cigar comes in full form. Where after that, it's not going to build up any more astronomically. It might
Ex-
maintain.
it might get stronger, but it has all of its flavors now. You know what I mean? It's filled in.
No, at that point, yeah, no, it's the point of no return. It's never going to go down either. I told you about 2 inches into it, so right now you're almost 2 inches into the cigar, you know. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like an inch and a half. Yeah. Inch.
I don't know if you know how to read a gauge. You know what I'm saying? No, but it is. You know, is Richie fucking lie?
I am missing. I do miss after smoking mostly with the Cameroon cabinet with the LFD stuff. I do like the way the LFD is pushing itself harder, like in the body. All those like the
Ever
hair.
pushes hot. It does push harder. I think there's a point with Cameroon where where you push it so much that it's the red dot and the Hemingway and the Don Carlos could all hang out, and the strongest would be the Don Carlos with the red dot. The second strongest would be the Hemingway, and the
Mhm.
third strongest would be the Don Carlos in that order. But they're all within maybe like 15%. AJ Fernandez, New World Cameroon, the LFD Cameroon, the L Anniversary
Yeah.
CAO.
Oh yeah.
Those are that's a dirtier cigar, but those are pushing camera much harder. And to me, you lose some of the beauty and though the red dot's very balanced. It does have some balls to it, but it doesn't feel like there's no harshness to it. You know, it doesn't get it. It's going okay at a certain point. If a train's going 7 miles an hour and you're doing 71, you're not in the train no more. Does that make any sense? So like certain like the AJ Fernandez Cameroon, it's ahead of the train, so you might get hit by the train. What I'm trying to say is, it goes against the grain of what most Cameroons are doing. Now,
Yeah.
red dot, I feel pushes the limit of what Cameroon is, but it stays within
Interesting.
the safe zone. But it's at the front of the train. You know what I'm saying? No, it's pushing the Cameroon, but it's not like wow, that's the strongest Cameroon I've ever had. But like the AJ Fernandez Cameroon or the El Anniversary Cameroon is like that's probably too much, but this is a fun thing because no one ever does this. You know what I'm saying? Though
Hmm.
the scale Cameroon is only good because no one does it at Cameroon that strong. Like you know what I'm saying? Though because if they did, why would you want a dirtier version? Because it's a dirty cigar, but you'll take the dirtiness and the cheap price
Yeah.
because it's strong for a Cameroon. You know,
Yeah.
like that's not a dirty cigar. You could tell that cigar has good age from the factory.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. I do like the LFD. I think I prefer both the LFD and the CAO actually because it's pushing it really hard. And for me, that hard push next to the Cameroon, it's because it's like you have a lot of weight behind it, but it's angled in a nice direction. Does that make sense? When you have the
No,
camera.
the LFD is strong, just like the AJ one, but it has more age. It's more smooth. The AJ one is strong, but you get a good price point. So clearly, there's not as much time on it. You know what I'm saying, though? And he's using a lot of Nicaraguan fillers, which you can make Nicaraguan cigars with Cameroon wrapper, but it's a different vibe. And I think the same amount of time on Dominican tobacco as the Nicaraguan will taste dirtier. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicaraguan, like you get what I'm trying to say. If you're putting like 3-year age fillers of Nicaraguan tobacco with Cameroon, Nicaraguan's so much stronger to begin with, so it's pushing it, and it might feel kind of dirty. You know what I'm saying? Though I don't understand what that means.
No, I don't get that.
On a where the Jewish towns on the. I'm trying to say the joke. I'm trying to. Evan, what I don't understand. What is this? Hold on, it's like now the whole party stops. And it's like, okay, well, hold on. Let's use this. Let's use this as a learning moment, right? Right. Let's stop. Evan, Evan, Evan. Hold on. Hey, we're talking about different levels of Cameroon. You see, that's okay. There's always good. Evan, what the fuck are you talking about, buddy? Okay. Like now I am the moderator. Like, okay, so where you going? Is there like a silver lining? Like, Mazel Tov. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm Jewish too, or something. I don't know. Or is it all of a sudden, or he's just gonna go full blown, like, just like, fuck you, man. Like,
Evan's like, or Richie's like, the hell's going on? But I don't think. Maybe it's a typo. I don't get the joke wrench. I just don't get where the wrench is coming from.
well, is a wench or a wrench like a Jewish term?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so where do what is a Jewish cowboy?
Nothing I've heard of.
Oh, on a ranch. The accent, a wrench.
Wrench.
Yeah, but wait. So Jews don't use the W? I'm confused. What? Okay, I'm trying. Okay, look. Okay. Evan, Evan. Before you go to the 86K club, do you have anything to say for yourself? I'll give you a minute.
I just don't get his joke. I mean, I kind of get it because I guess it's like some New York Jews talk like blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know. Is the idea?
Yeah, but then that's not a Jewish joke because that's like a New York Jewish joke. But he said cowboys, which there's no cowboy Jews in New York.
Yeah,
Like,
because
oh,
wouldn't
first
it?
off, this sounds like a great Jewish action movie. Imagine like a movie called The Jewish Cowboy in New York. You're like, I would watch that movie.
Yeah,
Like he's literally like Mazel Tov, motherfuckers. Like he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
he's he's like like he's Mossad.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm,
he's doing it. He's doing what you did to me. All right, spin the dreidel. He's like, oh, you
yeah,
got okay.
yeah. He's yeah. I don't know. He's like, so you're gonna let me go? He's like, I am, because it's the Sabbath. But tomorrow, like, he's like you can't kill on the Sabbath. He's just like everyone thinks that, then it's like all of a sudden the clock hits. It's like, oh shit, it's Sunday.
But Richie, he's a cowboy, so shouldn't he be like rustling cattle in New York?
Yeah, it's just listen. I don't think he was being anti-Semitic. I just think he was trying to make a joke, and it just was a bad joke. It was just
Yeah, I think his joke lacked too much structure to be offensive, dude.
I think he was trying to be like, oh, PG is Jewish. Let me make a Jewish joke for PG. Which, well, you could just make a joke for PG, but like, given the climate, like, it's probably a poor time to like, like, you know what I'm saying? No, like, it'd be like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to understand. It wasn't a funny joke. Like, I've heard plenty, like, racist jokes. If it's
I
funny, whatever, it's a joke. But like, it just wasn't even a good joke, right?
don't think it's funny or offensive. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't, I don't get it.
It served no purpose. I don't know what to do with this. It's
We got
like if you opened up a lobster tail and there was no meat in it. You're like, what the fuck?
there's a wrench in here. Which Mexican last name? What would it be? Rodriguez. Sacco.
All right, that's all right. I mean, there has to be blood sometimes, guys. Is this? Oh, raw because of raw. All right, is everyone doing jokes now? Okay.
I think Sacco might need a little bit of time for that one, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not the boss, but just a little bit of time. That's a pretty bad joke.
Yeah, but no, but like that's a common name and the rod, and I don't think they would get offended by that because like It's a rod. I don't know. It was not. You know, it's not.
If the joke was if a fishing pole. You
Oh,
see,
if
because he's saying if a rod,
oh
it's
yeah.
kind of
Well, if a fishing pole was a person, that okay. All right. All right. We're going off a dark territory here. You know.
yeah. And Richie gave you a wrench by accident, and I said, "Give a wrench to everyone. Let's see what happens." And the wrench gang was born. I guess that's the joke. What is it? What is a cigar smoking? Where's the cigar smoking cowboy live on the wrench? Something like that. I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. All I know is we were having a good conversation about Cameroon tobacco. We gotta go back to where. What the
Let's talk about
fuck?
this.
Okay, how's this cigar?
I'm about it Robusto.
How long is the finish? And would you say the finish is long? Like, is it more than 3 seconds after you release the smoke?
Oh, it is kind of long, but it's a light finish. It's a very light finish, but long.
You mean heaviness. It's not super heavy right now.
Yeah, it's not. It's not heavy.
That should build up. That should build up. But that also means you're probably not holding the smoke enough. But that's stack of variable. You got to hold the smoke more, baby. That's a beautiful cigar. Do you rotate when you puff too? Rotating is a good thing to do. And I'll tell you why too. Think about it. In the filler, not all fillers are the same. Like the positioning of where all the tobacco is and the hair or everything else. So as you
Yeah.
rotate that, you almost like spin the smoke. Does that make any sense? And you're getting the 360. You understand what I'm trying to say? It almost moves what smoke's hitting your mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, absolutely. But it's also, I mean, you can see I'm not doing a lot, but it's burning perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's great quality. I've never had any issues with the draw or the burn. Of course, if a cigar's too wet, that's on you. You guys don't know how to read English. What the fuck is? Okay, now Mark's making a joke. There goes eye doctor. You can't see. The eye doctor says, "I want to know what the problem is. You have cataracts." He says, "No, I have a Lincoln." Yeah, I've heard that. All right, I mean, a Lincoln Continental's a car. It's before your time.
I don't know what I don't know why cataract is related.
Cadillac. He thought he said Cadillac.
Oh, geez, dude.
But if you say it with the accent, it's funny. But
I
okay,
see.
guys, could we just talk about Cameroon cigars? Quick, like all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, like it's almost like it's in a war. It's like, wait, we're free to fire. Everyone's just like launching off jokes. It's like it's like we could launch off racy jokes. All right, take it easy, everyone. Take it easy.
I'm getting sweetness. I'm getting caramel. A little bit of wood.
Yeah. You're not getting any nuttiness.
Not getting much nuttiness actually. I
Mm.
think sweetness would help this. I don't know.
Well, perhaps I don't know. Maybe the humidity it's had. Also, it's the first time having. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
first sometimes when you come back, you realize shit you missed, like a movie, because
yeah,
you're trying too hard to taste it instead of just enjoying it.
yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Though? What cigars have you seen the name of the channel? Those cigars. What name?
Dude, these fucking comments suck tonight. This is the worst comments I've seen.
There's no Richie cigar. What the fuck?
Dude, my cigar stash says I like cigars. Thank you, my cigar stash, for another terrible comment.
We are all now stupid. Thank you. I gotta say this. I that the box. I don't. I feel like the box press.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it makes the cigar burn a little faster. I don't know why, but I don't know. I feel like the cigar's burning pretty fast.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like it's underpacked. I mean, it's I think because they have to slightly underpack it to bend it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
For sure.
if you had a really, I mean, like stout pack,
You
like
prefer
50,
the wrap?
and then you go to box press, it's like
Yeah. No,
it's
it's
like
just
like when you have to fart, it's a little too much. You're like, oh no, it's a shit. Yeah, BBW is okay. 451 is 451. So yeah, we're gonna make a movie. Well, we're not gonna make a movie, but it's hypothetically there's a movie about a vampire, but instead of sucking blood because blood is dangerous, HIV and hepatitis, instead of sucking blood, it's a more modern vampire. He eats ass. Now they don't show the eating. It's it's a joke, but just like just it's like wait, you're a vampire too. It's like I don't want to talk about it. How did you become a vampire?
So what happens? What happens if a ass sucking vampire sucks the ass of a blood sucking vampire?
No, there is in this universe, vampires have always been eating ass. They never did that. They never did that.
I'm definitely getting the Cameroon. I say I'm going to say something that's very controversial,
Okay.
but like you, I have to be honest. I get a certain breadiness, a certain diluted breadiness out of the cigar, which I noticed in a lot of the big brand cigars. So like CAO, trying to think off the top, Monte Cristo a little bit less, but a lot of the Altitas and General brands, there's sort of a there's like this, yeah,
Well,
that water.
they all use a lot of Dominican Pulque Cubano in their
Maybe
cigar.
that's it.
You know what I'm saying? No, even Altatus, it's still rolled in Dominican. So they maybe that could be. I don't know.
I think I might be a Nicaraguan tobacco kind of guy. It's a good cigar, but yeah,
You say it's not for you.
look, I'll smoke it again. I got a ton to smoke, and I really like Cameroon. It's not a bad cigar.
Yeah, but
But
LFD is not Nicaraguan. LFD. So
that's true. LFD for some reason is the only. It doesn't taste like the other Dominican tobacco to me. I think maybe because they use so much Ligero. I'm not sure.
well, LFD doesn't always use Dominican too. They use Ecuadorian and everything. So LFD is the one Dominican brand that's not like other Dominican brands. Even though it's called the Flor Dominicana, LFD is like the one brand that's like you wouldn't really describe it Dominican. You know,
Right. 100.
so
100.
like literally LFD is almost like hypocritical. It's like La Flor Dominicana. You're like, yeah, but you're like no other Dominican cigars have wrappers like this that look
Yes.
like literally some of the wrappers in LFDs. You're like, how did you get this wrapper? It's just like you know what I'm saying. No, it
Yeah.
just looks like
Looks like a leather bag or something. Yeah, it's crazy.
fuck. Like you know what I'm saying. Like, did you like skin a bear and make it into a wrapper?
LFD almost exists to scare Nicaraguan cigars. You know what I mean? Just to, like keep them in check.
Yeah, yeah. He's just like yeah. Well, he went through a traumatic event and then he became a cigar. You know what happened to him? He owned a jewelry store and he got robbed at gunpoint and tied up. And then after that, he's like, fuck that, sold the store and he started making cigars. So I think almost like Batman, but the reverse. He's just like God needs a Dominican cigar. Like, Dominican cigars are weak though. Not the way I'm going to make them. Like, every cigar he rolls, like, he's just thinking
But
about it.
lightning
Guy's like, oh, the fucking money. He's like, you know.
yeah.
Like
So
Sacco's got to go. Sacco's got to go.
Maestro Glock, baby.
Got
Wow.
to go.
Ah, come on, buddy.
Got to get punished for that. I mean, he's just like barking for attention. Like he's like lash, like and like he's not just typing that he's saying the comments. He's like, "Fuck you, Richie." Like
I will say that the caramel flavor is like saturating the cigar, which is nice. I like that, and I'm still getting those spices, still getting that cinnamon. So
I don't get a lot of earthiness in that cigar.
that's the other thing. I really like earthiness. So, like again, like the Bolivar is my favorite. I would probably say that the Bolivar is my favorite of all of the mass-produced cigars, with the Monte Cristo Brown being right below that. I think I can say that.
So it's interesting how you like more the younger Nicaraguan cigars up your alley in the mid tier. As far as for you, I think you like the power of that and the aggression. Um, More than as your go-to overall. Like like you prefer those kind. But you don't smoke My Father.
I really like my father. I haven't. Unfortunately, those were I had I had all of the Don Pepin blends in my box. That was like the majority of that big bin that I put together. I ruined all of them, so I got to go back and assemble.
Honestly, I would just knock it down, to like the judge, the God, the Le Bijou,
Yeah,
saying though, and the judge, and I can throw in the Promesa, but the Promesa is more of a Habano. It's not, you know what I'm saying, if you want that kind of party.
I have a Promesa. I'll have to smoke that soon.
But don't expect like Maduro. It's more like Habano kind of cigar. You know what I'm saying? No.
I prefer. I don't like Maduro either. For the
So you
most,
don't like Bijou? That's Maduro. That's a Maduro, if anything.
I haven't smoked the Bijou. The
You the Bijou?
I haven't smoked it.
These are world standards, like mid-tier standards. Everyone can afford them.
Richie,
Dude,
I lost my whole
what
collection.
size do you have?
I lost my whole collection. What you said?
Yeah, Opulencia is great too. So you gotta smoke a small Opulencia. It's like a Corona box press, and smoke the Rothschild like 4.5 by 52 um, Bijou. Like those are great sticks, man. Those are strong cigars. You're gonna like them.
Nice. I yeah. Again, like I said, I lost most of my collection, so what I smoke has been a little bit skewed.
Yeah.
Uncle Larry says he thinks the Monty Brown beats a lot of cigars. I think that too. I think that cigar is phenomenal.
How hard did I Richie push that cigar? There
Super hard.
was a time where I smoked that cigar for a week straight. Like that people and that's a Connecticut wrapper, but it doesn't feel like a Connecticut wrapper.
Not at all.
Yeah, I can't explain it, but that cigar is a great stick. The Monte Cristo Classic Brown Band. I've been speaking the praises of that cigar in any size. It's good in every size. I prefer the smaller one, but sometimes the bigger one. It starts obviously it's gonna start quieter, but it just has more time to build up. It's a great stick. Like it's totally overlooked, totally overlooked. And let me tell you something, man. Like it's a great cigar. It's great. Like it's fucking great. Like that's their red dot, like the classic Monte Cristo. Like it doesn't get any like it's not sexy anymore,
Yeah.
but it sells. I mean, it's been around forever. It sells a lot.
I,
Like
I
you
think
rather
I
smoke
think it's
that cigar than a fake Cuban Monte Cristo.
a fake Cuban. What are you saying?
Like guys are like, oh, I got Cubans, but they're
Oh yeah,
fake.
yeah.
I'd rather smoke a real Dominican Monte Cristo that has, dude, that tobacco's phenomenal. That's a great cigar, and you can get them dirt cheap on the cigar bin.
I'm gonna start micro puffing this, and if
Okay.
you finish it for me, then do it. But I think I'm puffing at it. I think because it's burning so fast with the Cameroon, I'm
Yeah.
getting too much black pepper, and it's pushing out some of the beauty. I think I need to focus in, get the
Okay. All right.
from.
All right. Micro puff a little bit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I'm proud of you. You didn't micro puff that. I think it's that was a jerk show, man. I
yeah,
mean, you
jugging.
know,
Yeah,
you're at sub 4 inches right there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's like you're in the middle of the second third. You know?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
The way
Absolutely.
Churchills, they feel like they take forever. Then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I'm almost in the last third already. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But the first third and then the first half of the second third feels like it's never going to build up, and it always it's always like driving home is always faster than getting there. So the second half of the cigar always goes faster than the first half because the anticipation's gone. Does that make any sense?
okay. I micro puff that way better. Black pepper, calm down. Way more caramel. Um, the bread is it feels less watered down because it's filling out you know what I mean, the profile isn't as peaked as much. The music turned down, so I'm able to hear more of the notes. it's
Yeah.
it's very nice for sure.
Less lead electric bass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I would have to say, you say this is the hardest pushed Cameroon.
No, no, it's but would
Oh,
still be. Yeah, like the AJ and the LFD pushes it harder than it should be, but the LFD works well because they know how to make really strong cigars. And the AJ is like, look, it's cheap and it works, and you'll enjoy it. But like the AJ Cameron is really aggressive and kind of dirty. You know what I'm saying though?
I gotta try that one. I have one of those. Fortunately, yeah, dude. Sako micro puffing works, dude. I gotta say now micro puffing it, I'm definitely getting more of the beauty out of the cigar. It's reminding me more again of the blue, where it's got that sweetness, a little breadiness. Uh, Again, it's super accessible. It's a really easy to love, nothing that's gonna put people off type of cigar. I think, and like you say, kind of beautiful.
It's good for any moment. I could smoke that with breakfast. I could smoke it even at nighttime as my nighttime cigar. It, it, it fits everything. It's you know what I'm saying though. It just does everything. Nothing wrong. unless you're expecting, LFD. It's not what it's trying to be. It's not trying to be arrow. In fact, I wouldn't want that cigar like pushed like twice as strong. It wouldn't. It sounds like a good idea, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't you smoke a limited edition Silencio that was like
Yes,
this stronger?
yes, but it was a different wrapper. It had an Habano wrapper, and it was great. Dude, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that like 6 months ago. General was sending me a lot of stuff, and then they just I don't know because the guy came on the show like two, 3 times.
Sent you that.
What's that?
Taco sent you that Silencio, I thought.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
The regular Silencios were just the same cigar, but
Mhm.
then there was there was other Silencios that were like limited editions, and that the Sacco sent me, and then there was the guy from General
Right.
sent me tweak cigars that they were thinking about
Oh, cool.
another blend, but they didn't never made it, or maybe they're holding back on them. And basically, that was one of the best Cohibas ever had. It was called GC, obviously General Cigars, but it was
Yeah.
called GC Cigars. And I smoked that, man. Remember I smoked that in the car last year? Not last year, but like last spring, I guess, before the summer. And it was still kind of cold out. What a great cigar. What a great fucking cigar. Like picture like a red dot with stronger interior, and then with like a really good aged, like a tweaked, like Connecticut Habano wrapper. Like
Mm.
it was like, oh fuck, like it was just hitting on all different, you know what I'm saying though. So like that could handle more strength. So that kind of wrapper. And
At the risk of sounding like an idiot, this kind of reminds me of a Don Carlos, but with the filler sort of the Cohiba Blue. I keep saying it wrong. The Cohiba Blue, right?
but what's funny is the Cuba Blue has the fillers of the red dot because the red
Right.
dot came years before that. But
Yeah.
only never had the red dot. So in a way, you're smoking in reverse, which is okay. Which you are. What you're saying is accurate. Just you're realizing that the red dot that core line that's their bread and butter. So the blue they didn't want to go too far off. They're like, oh, the blue is basically a Honduran red dot. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So so that way, guys that love the red dot, you're gonna love the blue because you still get a lot of cinnamon on the Honduran blue.
Yeah.
You know, but it has a different. It's a little lighter of a wrapper too. But I like the blue is fun. The
I
blue,
really, yeah.
yeah,
I find the blue a little bit more lively. You know what I mean? And it's a little sweeter. And to me, it comes together
yeah,
comes together a little better.
yeah. Told you it's fucking windy out, man. Can't even hold an ash for this thing. Um, yeah, it's fucking, it is what it is. It is what it is, dude. I can't feel my hands. I don't have gloves on, and it's fucking freezing. I told you I needed gloves. Like, you know what I'm saying though. Like, I'm out of my element. I needed my gloves. Like, it's probably like 32 degrees right now, and like with high wind, and like I can't feel my fucking hand. Like,
Jeez, dude. I'm pl-
I'm up on the third story, so it's a lot
oh,
colder.
yeah.
Like I'm at the ground level. You know what I'm saying though, like and I'm facing the wind. Like the way I don't like. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm facing that way, and
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
It's
The GC was great.
This is a good cigar. I actually like the blue a little bit better because to me, both cigars are easy to love,
Yeah.
right? Inoffensive. I find the blue a little bit more exciting and it pushes that easy to love funness a little bit more. This one's a little bit more on the beautiful side. And
Well, I also think because that was your first experience, probably with Cohiba, right? The blue. That in a way it popped your cherry, so you can have a deeper connection with that. So I
yeah.
think it is what it is. So for me, it was red dot because that
Mm,
why because that's all Cohiba had. Then
mhm.
the black came out, and it was like, oh wow, but totally different cigar. So the red dot was the most smoked, Cohiba when I was growing up, and so then the blue came out. I was like, all right, so it became part of my lineup, and I enjoyed
Right.
it. But the red dot was always the king. So you kind of 20 years later smoking in reverse, which is fine. So I respect your opinion on that. That's your favorite. I think if you now smoke the red dot and the blue again in the same week, it'd be interesting to see how in the same size.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. I only
You need to
have
try
the
Robusto.
blue. Yeah.
The red dot and Robusto, it just gets right to it. Like
Yeah.
there's no. Like, so I like the Robusto a lot too. You know?
Yeah. I I think for me, in terms of my preference, um, this could use more earth. Could use more. Well, it should have. It could use more nuts, but you said it has nuts, so that's something specific to this one.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's interesting that you didn't pick that up on that. But that's okay. There's a lot of factors to that.
Yeah.
One, good moisture on it. Two, um, so your cigar is pretty moist, but it's smoking good though.
You know what? I think 69 Cameroon at 69. My opinion is that's not too much for Cameroon because as soon as Cameroon starts to drop, it'll splinter. It gets super dry. It gets like a paper bag. That's my experience. It's more fragile than even Connecticut.
Yeah, if you dried that out a lot, it's still thin compared to like Connecticut broadleaf. But what I like about that cigar too is, don't you realize that you get copious amounts of smoke. But it's a really good burning cigar.
Yeah,
Like so even holding the smoke in the mouth, like you really get a lot. Like wow, like it's not a boring experience, And for what it's pushing, like there's plenty of leftovers. Like if you want to smoke it fast and make it stronger, you could do that or micro puff it. You can enjoy it however you want to enjoy it.
that's a good point. Yeah, it's very flexible. It doesn't demand how it needs to be smoked. That's
Mm.
true. I think going as fast as I'll smoke is fine, and as slow as I'll smoke is also working fine. So
Yeah, no, it's good either way. And I smoked that cigar backwards multiple times. It was great. So if you want it stronger, smoke it backwards.
I'll have to try that. Yeah, it's going to be a really open draw, but I'll have to try it.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if we go Robusto right off the bat, it's like yeah. The new dude, the Spectre, that Spectre was so fucking. That was great. I mean, it's an expensive cigar. Obviously, the box is ridiculous. So, but if they were selling this just the cigar for like $75,
Mhm.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Like, because obviously the box is, there are guys that are serious collectors. It's a great showpiece. And you can use that box forever, like for anything. I mean, having a box. I don't know what next year they're probably going to be more crazy. Which I guess they're due for. No, probably another 6, 7 months.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how far they can push that. It's nice that they're trying to make their best cigar all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, competition's good
Well,
for the.
I think what helped them was Cubans, and I'll explain.
Mhm.
Because Cubans pushing their regular prices so crazy
Mm,
that now the Spectres that's not expensive.
right.
Like Spectre first came out for $90, guys. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like Davidoff's for $25. You know what I'm saying though? But it was the royal release, but the royal release was 120 at the time. So I was like, wow. But now they're like regular Cohiba Siglos are $100, 120 bucks, and like a high end Cohiba on Cuban side are like $300 a piece. It's like, wow, you can just smoke the best Spectre, the best Cohiba for like $140. You know.
But
So
by the way, Sako, I have not smoked Cuban, so I can't comment on that.
I don't know
Oh,
if it's your alley.
just
There is some earth to it.
uh
A very dry cedar, earth, twangy black pepper, and floral notes. So if
sounds
you
yeah, that sounds good.
okay, so you want that, but you're not going to get sweetness. Maybe micro puffing, maybe some creamy vanilla, but
I actually I don't really like sweetness, so that also puts me in a weird way.
you no chocolate notes in Cuban cigars. So it is what unless it's good fake. You're like, wow, tasting like a Connecticut broadleaf. You're like, yeah, because it's not Cuban.
It's not Cuban. Yeah, I actually like I've said before, chocolate is not something I look for. The
I
only time I got a
know
chocolate.
it's done right. Dude, did you see on Cigar Page they had the Fugazi lineup
Hmm,
that I almost want to do an in-depth review for the whole week.
yeah.
It said for $30 you get 12 cigars, but it's 6 cigars. You get two of each.
Uh-huh.
But it said it had a Behike like cigar,
Yeah.
a Bonnie number 2 like cigar. It had a Liga number 9 like cigar. Like so, basically, it had all that and a Padron 64 Maduro like cigar. So I'm like, okay, bro. Even if it let's say I just want to see if it lines up. But I almost have to know. Like if you could give me a poor man's Liga number 9, you're talking about what? What's the price on that, Stu? Like it's not going to be even close. But if it's half as close, it could be like what I'm saying though. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty ballsy to say, hey, look, here's a Fugazi. We took the blend and we made it ourselves. And you're like, we don't expect it to work, but if it even works at all,
Yeah. I'd be very interested to see that. I'd love to see you compare, or someone compare, like directly, like if you had an Opus, smoke the Opus, smoke the Fugazi, see if there's any
Oh,
relation.
oh, there's an Opus in it too.
Yeah, yeah, that'd
There,
be hilarious.
there is a Fugazi Opus. It's a Fugazi Opus, Behike, Liga Number 9, a Padron 64, and then I don't know what other ones. But like, it's like to make that statement. Like, I, I'd like to make that that video, those videos for the week, just to be like, bro, what, like, or it might be shocking. Like, listen, hey, it's not as good as Liga Number 9, but imagine if I was like, it's pretty close. Like, that's the case. You can just save you money. You know what I'm saying? No, like,
You could also do a back to back, smoke the Opus first, then the Fugazi, and
yeah.
maybe flavor of the Opus also already will help it out.
Well,
You're
what I would like to do is like to show the differences. Like, there's no, that's going to be the hardest. Like, to get the Opus flavor in that and smelling the foot. Imagine if the foot smelled like it. And you're like, well, hold on a second. Oh, is this the best kept secret? What if secretly all those companies like, listen, we'll take a little percentage of all our cigars. We'll put no band. We'll call them Fugazis. We'll see if anyone actually tries it. Like, as like a backdoor like joke, and
yeah,
like like
like they're like, we have so many Opus, but we have to hold it back, right, to keep the hype up. We got to keep gouging, so we got to hold them back. So we'll just white ban them.
yeah. So,
White,
but it also costs money to save them. So they're like, we'll just dump them as Fugazis.
yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm not saying they're going to be good, but
No,
for $30 for 12 of them for like what, $2.75. I'll see if a $2.75 Liga Number 9, if it's half as good, it's worth the money.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
if listen, if it tastes like a dirty Liga Number 9 for $3, then it's worth it. You can say, hey, look, it is what it is. It's. So if it's a dirty, honestly, a dirty uh, Opus X sounds great. If it was a dirty, cheap version, now I don't think it's going to be accurate. But so in that case, I'd like to review them to be like, what the you guys are lying. But I won't know until I
right.
review it.
You have to give it a fair shot. Do they copy the blend for each cigar? Do you know?
I don't know. I have no idea if it's a copy or if they're like literally like you won't know the difference. It's like anyone buying this is just like an idiot. So I don't know. Like, look, if they copied it and it just was like, okay, even though it's not gonna be the same fermentation, if it was the same type of tobacco though, it can't be that bad.
Who knows?
Wait, the construction on them were really good. Uncle Larry, you've tried the Fugazis?
He said Dream sent some to him. I think did Dream send you a unbanded cigar? That might have been a
Yeah,
Fugazi.
and the construction was fine on those. Yeah.
That might have been a Fugazi. I think. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
sure.
wasn't Fugazi, but I don't know which. It honestly wasn't bad. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a garbage cigar. I would say it was more like a yard to like low mid tier cigar, but it wasn't like a piece of shit.
Well,
So for
did it
like
taste exactly like,
what's that?
did it happen to taste exactly like Opus X?
No, he didn't say it was an Opus X one.
I'm
No,
just
no.
that that's how you know it's the Opus X if it tastes exactly like Opus X.
But I really like to see the Liga and the Padron because how are they gonna get? You know, I don't know. I mean, it's just such a bold claim. It's almost like you gotta be like, I gotta try it once to see, like, because if there's a 1% chance that it's half as good for that price, you gotta be like, listen, hey guys, you can stock up on these. You know what I'm saying though? And like, you know, I don't know.
All day.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what the best deal going is. I've been able to get HVC Cero. I can spread the secret now because I just got myself a box. But the HVC Cero you can get on Cbid for like $50 for a box.
That's not bad.
Is phenomenal. The cigar is really good. So I'll smoke it, but I gotta smoke it again to confirm. But I'm impressed. For $3, it's like that's a
It's
real.
kind of like if you buy a fake Rolex.
Mhm,
There's still fake Rolexes that are still a nice watch. And if you
mhm.
put bucks, who gives a fuck? And because you can wear it and not worry about scratching it up, or if it gets stolen, like whatever. So like, if it's a cheap but good copy, I'll fucking try it. You know what I'm saying? No, just to put the content out. Because listen, they're
Right,
clearly selling millions of these cigars. So
right.
like, think it's worthy of a chance because I haven't dived into the copycat or seconds. That's I haven't put any of the content. I've done my detective work on that.
Right. Yeah, I was, when I was getting into cigars, I was really interested by all of those seconds compares to type of thing. And ultimately, I smoked one cigar that was a seconds that, or like unbanded, whatever, that was Connecticut. It was so bad. I never, again, it was the worst cigar I smoked. I mean, my mom commented on it. She was like, what was that you were smoking? It smelled terrible. Like she was far away. She was in the house and she's like, what was going on? Were you smoking something? Like, what is that?
Shit. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I expect that. So, but even if one or two of them is decent, like the League of Number Nine, like yeah, listen, it better taste like chocolate cake, earth, and black pepper. Like I'm saying no. So I know League of Number Nine. So I don't know. I think I have to. Maybe for the new year, I have to do like a 1 week mini series of Fugazi Week. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream is the unbanded one that you sent me also a Fugazi? And if so, what is it supposed to compare to? I'd be
Also,
curious.
also those probably have time on them because I think he had some of those cigars he had for a long time.
And do they have time on them? Good question. Yeah,
So so did that help him? I think time would help Fugazis. You know,
definitely. Oh yeah,
you know, because I don't think they're aging the Fugazi. How long are you putting an aging room for Fugazis? In Dark Shark Week? No, I can't do that. I can't do Dark Shark Week. I can't.
he's right, dude. That's right on.
Yeah, I can't do that.
At some point, we as a lounge, we have to break up a bundle of dark sharks. Everybody has to get a dark shark, and then we can all.
I'd rather do what was the small batch backwoods. Remember that? Remember it was five of them for $27. It was a small batch, and I was like, get the fuck out of
That's
here.
great.
It came in a wooden box. It came in a cedar box. Like, come on, small batch backwoods. What if it was like tremendously good? Like maybe like
That's amazing.
like the back opus. You're like, wow.
If I had a huge cigar company like that, that's making these cheap cigars and they're making uh, a tremendous amount of money, I would 100% contract out EPC or Fuente or something. You know what I mean? Davidoff. Just do one. Yeah, like the small batch. Boom. Just hit them with something crazy. So one guy smokes
Money is, dude. You know how much money they make off backwoods? Like,
tremendous.
tremendous, $1 billion company. How much backwoods they sell? You know what I'm saying? No, by volume or Dutch Masters.
Yeah.
You know, and then the cheapest cigar that by volume that sells is the Quorum. Literally, J.C. Newman could just sell Quorums. Like it literally make
Right.
hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Like they know how many Quorums they sell because nobody buys one Quorum. They buy 20 a bundle, 25 bundle. And the guys smoke them like crazy. I can't do it though. Quorums they fuck me up. Did you ever do?
I smoked. I think I told you I smoked 1.5 Vegas. Did I tell you about this?
Mhm.
Smoked 5 Vegas, which I assume is or I don't even know which one it is. But anyway, it was terrible. It was like milk. It was like milk, dirty dishwater, and like potpourri. It was like the worst.
Oh,
I
Five Vegas. It's funny you said Five Vegas because I told you the guy in Sable who had a lounge back in the day. His cousin supposedly made worked in the factory that made the cigars for Five Vegas, and he would make cigars for his shop or something like that. Act like it was a big deal, like wow, and a lot of them were flavored. And I went there one day, and not that I was new to cigars, but I didn't smoke flavor at the time. But I went there and he was like selling them, and I'm like, well, I'll try them out. So I bought a couple of sticks for him, and I was like, he's like, yeah, these ones flavor. It's just blueberry, and I'm like. He's like, this is our biggest seller. And I'm like, I'll fucking try it because okay, whatever. I smoked that cigar at the parade. It was like a Christmas parade with my kid and everything. Bro, I had to go sick. Like I was like shitting my pants. Like I was just like I felt like I got poisoned. Like I
yeah,
literally felt like I got poisoned. Like
I
like once Santa Claus was there, I gave my kid. But the mother was just like, I gotta go. I am gonna shit my pants. Like I have to go home. That cigar fucked me up.
I took maybe 3 puffs on the 5 Vegas, and it was performing perfectly. And I was just like, it can't be this bad all the way through. So I gave it a couple puffs, and I was just like, you know what? I actually can't smoke this. Like it's truly revolting. I've never smoked even that. I guess that was actually the worst cigar I smoked was the Five Vegas, and then the seconds. But it was something else. I mean, it was like it was just like you fit the worst flavors and smells together into one object, and then you're like have it in your mouth. It is so bad. I mean, I can't even. Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
So
when cigars that bad to intrigue you, you have to keep going. Like I can't believe this. Like the other day with the breakfast taco. That breakfast taco, dude, I needed a good cigar at that moment. Okay, so that was a rough day because she was having chemo and and then every like 25 minutes I'm changing. It's called cold capping. It's picture like it's a headdress that like it gets negative 30 degrees. You keep in like dry ice, and you have three sets. So you have to rotate them, and take them off, put them back on, and we have to make sure she has a hairnet and like these pads over her ears and here because you don't want her skin to
right,
get
burn. Yeah,
lose a ear. So, anyways, there's a lot of stress. So, in between there, I just finished a cold capping and it came outside. I was like, okay, I figured 20, 25 minutes on this cigar, I can finish or get most of it done, right? I said, I needed this. And that cigar let me down so bad. That's what I do. I ripped it. I spit on
yeah.
it. Like that was aggressive.
The cigars seem terrible, and I think it's offensive. Like it's such a gaudy kind of like stupid band, in my opinion. And I love tacos, right? I'm from LA. I love tacos. It's not that I don't love tacos, but I don't want a cigar called tacos. I don't want us this stupid cartoon band. That's my opinion, but
I mean, it had potential because it's Mexican San Andreas. It was called breakfast tacos. I thought it was gonna be a sweet, like pancake syrup, like hearty cigar or something like that with spiciness. And it was not. It was literally bullshit. It was literally bullshit. Like it was literally the shittiest tobacco I ever had at $10 for mid tier. So it's not like it's cheap little cigar.
it's
I was
all
dude, I could have smoked a Hemingway. You're charging Hemingway price, and think about that. And the Hemingway's bigger. Even the short story's bigger. So like I could have smoked a Hemingway, you
I
know?
think the best seller you can still get like $8 or something. Like they're not expensive.
The lounge that I went to, they had Hemingway Maduros. It was in Work of Art for like 13.99, which is a good price.
That's a good price, yeah.
So I should have bought that. Anyways, though, so my everyone, yeah, Backwoods buys the lot. The problem with Backwoods is, yeah, they're using true Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, but they're probably spraying with some kind of chemical. Then on top of that, the fillers is not like you think. Any of those shitty cigars like Dutch Masters or White Owl, they're buying all the leftovers. They go all the scraps and the stems, and it goes into like a vat, and they mix it with some type of liquid. I forget. I read this in the book, in the cigar book, and then the guy said he was putrid. And they make a mix, it's like hot dogs, and then they make a mix of the stems and any leftover leaves and this type of chemical and liquid and everything and flavored, additives, and they make it to a mold, and it comes out of a mold like sausage links, and they chop it up and they wrap it with a wrapper. So like it's not what you it's literally like it's putrid. You know what I'm saying though? Like so like Dutch Masters or all that bullshit. Like but then again though, it is part of Americana. Like we've all been there when I was like, 18 years old and drunk at a party. I smoked the Dutch Master before. Because we were like, oh, we're trying to be cool. We got cigar or Phillies. Phillies. Did you ever smoke a Philly? Oh, yeah, I think Phillies are even cheaper than Dutch. But I think maybe this should be a good night where like you shit faced and like smoking Phillies, like fuck it.
Cheapest cigar I ever smoked, I think, was the Five Vegas, and I could like you said, I was like, oh, I should be intrigued. I want to like see this through, and I actually couldn't. Like I had to put
I'll
it.
tell you right now, I actually would rather have a Phillies, Dutch Master, or Backwoods over a Five Vegas, or like I'd rather have a good like
Yeah,
7-Eleven like fake
right.
cigar over like a shitty mid tier try to be a real cigar. You know what I'm saying though?
I
So
remember I smoked a few Jarum Blacks. I don't know if you ever. Those were like cigarillos back a while ago, and they were like clove.
mm.
They they were crap, but they were pretty tasty. I mean, all I mean to say is I don't smoke them anymore, obviously, and I only smoked a couple of them, but infinitely better than Five Vegas, which
if
my
I think, what about Al Capone's? Al Capone's were pretty popular.
never heard of that.
Al Capone's are huge in the East Coast. Like they sell a lot. They come in like little cigarillos, but like I don't know what the. But there's an Italian one, Toscata. and
Oh,
now they're using a highly aged version that costs more money. Um,
I'd be interested in that.
I had to try at least one time to be like, okay, look up Toscana, but look up the video. They made a video about their aged one.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I
That
mean,
was that was on all the sites. There was some a little bit of news hype around that. I thought that looks good. I also think have you seen the Villiger? There's like these Villiger short machine made, they're like pressed.
those are really good. Those are like Swiss made. They're
Yeah.
really no, the little chocolate Maduros. They're actually the Maduro ones. I mean, it's a dirty little, but it's for what it's trying to be a machine made cigar. That I mean, and you want to talk about like burning? I think it burns like a cigarette.
Yeah.
So um, it's just a weird vibe. It feels kind of empty, but it's not. It's for what it is. You try a little Villiger, that's they've been doing that shit for over 100 years.
I wanna try one of those. They look really good too. The packaging's really nice. It's not like the other. That's the one that I'm most interested in, but I mean, I got a billion thing. I hadn't even smoked a red dot, right? I can't be.
That's a brand that I had a lot of faith in.
Yeah.
They went from the machine made cigars to trying to make real cigars, and I really don't see it happening. There's only one lounge I know that carries them,
Mhm.
and maybe they're new, so maybe it might take them 10 years to like to kind of get like really noticed. You know what I'm saying though? Because the price points were stupid. Like you can go online, you can get Villiger cigars for like almost nothing.
I
They're,
They're always inexpensive, but are they any good?
if you get them really cheap, depending on which one you want. I'll put it this way: I reviewed a few, right? I bought a 5 pack. Did you see me going back? So even if something's okay,
Yeah.
if I don't go back to it, then it's forgettable. And there's nothing worse than life than being forgettable. That means it was a waste of fucking time.
It's a weird, like I said, you can get HVC Cero, which I know you're not a big fan of HVC, but it's Aganorsa tobacco. You can get a nice Aganorsa Robusto for like $3 on Cbit. Hard to compete with that, unless
That's
you're
price. I haven't found an HUC I like, so maybe I have to revisit it and try a few different ones. I didn't like them the ones I had.
that's fair. That's
I think the one I had, what was the one with the big anniversary? It was like some stupid number, like
oh,
500.
500 anniversary. Yeah.
500 years of what? Of the world? 500 years of chlamydia. It's been
Yeah.
around.
500 years since I don't know. Yeah, you just like pick some person's birthday. Since
Yeah,
so important, like some random states person, you're like,
like
okay,
the 2000th anniversary of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, wait, he smoked this cigar? No, but
that'd be
we
crazy.
like they dedicated like and that cigar. If they make a shitty blend, you're going straight to hell.
Oh
It's like,
yeah. Can you imagine the crucifix
yeah,
band?
yeah, like the humidor, the box is just like shaped of a cross. Yeah, like cigars here, like like yeah. I don't think they're gonna do that. That
Yeah.
would be it's just yeah, or they have like a Muslim one, it's just a square, the cube. It's just yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's just not gonna happen. It's just yeah, I don't think that. I think it'd be really bad to start making religious cigars, like intently religious, like oh, this is the my father, the our father,
The My Father, Our Father. That's pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty. I think the Catholics would buy it, but like it's just it better be a good cigar. Like you know what I'm saying though.
You know what you could do? Maybe you could do like a smokable die. If you could do a die, and you could do like they have on the CAO, the Amazon, with the rope, but you
Yeah,
could do like the rosary beads
yeah,
around.
yeah. No, I mean, or you know how the Jews they wrap up that leather strap around their arm,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you can make a barber pole. You know. I mean, I
That's a
mean,
good.
it could be something. It could be. Yeah,
Can you imagine you do all of those and then one of the cigars is like they're all like pretty good and then one of the cigars like not very good. Like,
yeah.
so
It's gonna offend somebody. You know what I'm saying though.
yeah. Or one guy gets one that's dried out or it's been too wet at the shop and he goes into a rage. It's like a phenomenal cigar, but he goes into a rage. He has a bad experience.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. It's just like, yeah, what are we making this week? Well, we're gonna make the Akbar sun grown. Like, yeah, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Just yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
think things are a little too
yeah.
The world's too tense these days to do anything like that.
Well, Buddhism is safe. I feel like you can make a Buddhist cigar, like the Buddhist meditation cigar, like a really nice medium. What was there was this one mid tier brand that made medium strong cigars, but they were the most experimental, weird fucking things, and I loved them.
Hmm.
Mm.
Are you talking
What
about at all? Because that had the Zen
which,
kind of on it.
which archetype,
Was that it?
dude? Yeah, you see, you know exactly. Archetype was fucking bizarre. But I loved Archetype cigars because they were like intriguing. I really recommend guys to fuck with Archetype. Archetype was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you felt like you were tripping. You're like, what is this shit?
Oh yeah, James said that there was a yellow string on one of the Villiger cigars. That was
Yeah,
Villiger.
there was, but here's the thing about that. They made good on that. So yeah, that was weird. And
Like,
that was a one in a million thing. Never happened before. And they sent me a lighter. They mailed me a whole box of cigars and then some. So I mean, they you know they mailed me the box of cigars of their best cigars at the time. So I got to give it to them. At least no one else did that before.
sure, but to be fair, I mean, again, that's a nice act, but you didn't go back to the cigar. You know what I mean? They gave you
Well,
a box of cigars, so
they were those cigars are not made by them. They were contracting someone. So like I'm sure somebody got in trouble for that. Somebody probably got whacked. So, like, and that's that. Like they're watching the video, they're like, look at Richie, look.
see that. All right, countdown from 3.
It's like, and that's that. He's like, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Burns right on.
Yeah, you get some flowering at the end though. That's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess the ash fell off, but this didn't because it was a stem.
Yeah, that's just the way you ashed it though.
Yeah, here I'll just take that off.
Whatever. But yeah, so overall, what'd you think of the cigar? Be objective too. Think not just think of review it as for your own palate, and then review it as far as not your palate, like just general.
I've been reviewing it for my own palate. I think the problem is I try to look at things in an objective way, so it's hard for me to go against my own preference. But what I can say is, um, I think it's good. I think it's easy to love. There's nothing offensive about it. I think that's the biggest thing. That there's nothing offensive going on. It does have a nice sweetness. It does have a little bit of a beautiful experience. Not as much as like the Hemingway Maduro, which has a tremendous amount of beautiful.
Yeah,
Uh, but there's a little bit in
Henry
there.
would say is more of a small batch because you can't get as much as those. So
Yeah,
that's not mass produced. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's not. Henry Maduro is small and produced, and that's the Maduro wrapper. So you have to compare it to the Hemingway classic, the short story.
Yeah, sure. Well, I haven't smoked a classic, unfortunately. I need to smoke. That was look. Hold on, Richie. Hold on, Richie. Hold on. I bought like 2 dozen of them. I bought a ton of them, and that was again a cigar that I told. Same thing with the Don Carlos. I bought a ton of them.
What did
So
you stop buying cigars and save them forever? Smoke your best shit. Don't.
I I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson. I did. Um, but uh, so all I'm saying is, in terms of beauty, in terms of what I've experienced with beautiful cigar, I'm getting a little beautiful cigar out of it. It to me, it's like a pretty solid medium. I wouldn't call this medium plus. I would say it's about overall like a 60%, 65% darkness, not super dark. Um, Again, it's a good cigar. It has that sweetness, has a little bit of that cinnamon and the spices, a little bit of wood, no earth, um, and a little breadiness. That said, in my opinion, it there are gaps in the flavor profile for what I'm experiencing. It's not dense with flavor, and while it's inoffensive, in terms of there are no flavor notes that are going to really push you the wrong way, it doesn't wow me. It doesn't give me that wow cigar moment, which I do get from some cigars. Like Sin Compromiso was a good one. I was just like, wow, this is a cigar right off the bat. Or when we were smoking that aged Diablo. Um, And I think ultimately, when I'm looking at a cigar, I want something that's for me like classy. And in terms of something that I'm thinking of as an elegant, classy cigar, this is it tastes to me as a mass-produced cigar. I can the quality is of a mass-produced cigar, and the blend for me isn't so good that it overcomes that. Whereas the Monty Brown actually does that a little bit, where you get the idea. So, what would I really say? I would have to say it's between a good and a very good cigar, which to me is like probably like 6.5. I would can't say it's a 7 for me in terms of the way I rate things, even objectively. And I would say for me, it's leaning more on that 6 side. But 6, well, no, I don't know. I think 6.5 is fair because it's a good cigar. It's a little bit better than a good cigar, but it is not very good, and it's definitely not for me. It's not great.
So I
Whereas,
enjoyed it, but it was not something that's totally. You don't have a connection with it, and I don't think you're appreciating the cigar as much as it could be. But that's okay. You can't be. I can't be forced.
yeah,
Uh, well, I've had hundreds of times. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be coming back to it unless I really enjoyed it that much. So I really think that maybe it's something that you'd have to have more, but maybe that opportunity is not possible because it's you're a younger guy, and maybe you just for the cigars you go up with, or you do, when I was getting the cigars, there was no like tons of strong Nicaraguan cigars
right.
in market. You know what I'm saying? No, so um, maybe that time has passed. Maybe your mind what you expect. See, when I smoke good red dot, it's not for now; it's for the past. Like it reminds me of all the great memories I had, and I just love it. It just brings me back to like the early 2000s. Of a simpler time. And but
That's
so so it's one of the better, mass-produced cigars. But you know, if it wasn't, so it doesn't sound like it wasn't for you, but it wasn't totally for you. Like you didn't like hate it. Say no.
no, it was definitely a good cigar. Like I said, I didn't think it was a bad cigar, but
Yeah.
there is that element, and I'm starting to notice this element because I went in really with a clear mind about it. A lot of guys say, "Oh, it's a fake Cuban, whatever." There's that whole thing they won't smoke it. But you said no, you got to smoke. So
Yeah.
I said, sounds good. And you're right. There are a lot of these blends. Again, like I said, the Cafrati and the Brown label to me, excellent, excellent blends. And actually, the Partagas Yellow label, I think, is an excellent blend, a brilliant blend. Um, where even if you have a little bit of that cheaper filler, it overcomes that. For
But
in one,
I like the Confardia better, which is cheaper, using less expensive tobacco. But that profile, you really like that broadleaf profile. With the Nicaraguan, you like the Boulevard Confardia a lot, even
yeah.
more than I liked it, and I liked it what it did for the money. But
Mhm.
you really loved the Confardia.
Yeah, it's like a 7.5 for me.
See,
That's like a
I'm saying you had a really good connection with that,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, yep.
So yeah, so I think if that's that way you connect with you more. So see, for me, I have such a deep connection with the Cleveland Red Dot. I have a deep connection with the VSG. I have a
Mhm,
deep connection with Padron 64 and 26. I
mhm.
have a deep connection with the Bijou. Um, I'm talking about cigars I've had so many times I can't even number it, and I've
Mhm.
had so many memories in different places throughout my life, in different areas, and also smoked a lot of it with Johnny Stash.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
smoked red dots so many times with Johnny Stash or the Bijou or Patron, and I mean just like in unison, just having a good time, and so. But that's my experience, and so it's
I think it's definitely a very it's a good cigar. It's a quite a good cigar that people could enjoy, and it is giving you that Cameroon flavor, which is nice. Again, I'm looking for certain balance. Something I really liked about the Cafradia is the push and pull between the sweetness of the broadleaf, the spiciness, and the interest of the Sumatra, and then the strong fillers and the
what's
way they're.
funny. I don't get much sweetness on that cigar, but I don't micropuff it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that cigar was very strong and simple to me, but I was tearing through it.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
so I mean, it's it's interesting hearing a different perspective on the same cigar because micropuffing does definitely change it up a little bit.
There's one more thing I'd like to say, which is
Yeah.
in my current standpoint, I think that if we're being very serious and honest about it, there is a lot of, I don't want to say hate, but you know what I mean? A lot of people put down these mass production cigars. Some of them are really good blends and some of them are very good cigars. And the Red Dot is a good cigar. However, I do feel like there is a difference between the filler that you're getting from LFD from my father, from an Aganorsa. There's a certain quality in terms of all of the subtle notes and the way that they fill in the flavor profile that I feel like some of the mass-produced cigars, that's where they're lacking, in my experience so
Well,
far.
did you ever try the Cohiba Nicaragua then?
No.
Much stronger cigar and darker cigar. And
Mhm,
that up your alley because that's using Esteli, Jalapa. It's using three different, I think, Nicaraguan fillers. It's
mhm.
actually a Honduran wrapper, and then the binder, I forget which binder. But yeah, that might be more of your alley. I'd like to see you try the Robusto version of the Nicaragua, which you can probably get cheap on Cigar Page, like a 5 pack probably for nothing, you know.
I
And
have the Macassar, I wanna try that as well.
Macassar's great, but it's not a strong cigar.
Okay.
So it's a totally different vibe. Macassar is unique though.
Mhm.
So with Cohiba, the red dots are bread and butter, but the Nicaragua is stronger. Um, the M is like Opus level. Um, the Royale, if you want Nicaraguan stuff, the Royale is their strongest, darkest cigar, and that is very rich. So maybe you'd like that. That's like 90%, 85% darkness, and like full strength. So
I I'll say one of maybe my second favorite cigar after the LFD 2000, which is a strong Cameroon, is the Hoya Classico, which I think is a phenomenal cigar. And that reminds me a lot of the Monty Brown. It's another one of those Connecticut's that doesn't quite give you the Connecticut, and it's got a little bit of that natural type of Habano.
General is a brand that I don't understand why General doesn't advertise or push the classic core line. When I saw their first classic core line stuff, I didn't even know it existed. I'm like,
Mhm.
what cigars? It was like 2 years ago at the guy, the small shop. I like the guy, and where he has a good collection. I'm like, I never even seen these cigars, and like, it's almost like I was like, what are these? And there was a whole bunch of like under $10, like great Robusto sized cigars that Hoyo had that I never. And then what was the Hoyo?
Hoya, Hoya, Hoya de Nicaragua.
Oh, Hoyo de Gra- I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
But continue about Hoya, yeah.
I'm talking about Hoyo de Monterey.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Hoyo de Nicaragua. That's a whole another different cigar. Those are strong. The classic those are strong and funky. Those,
No, no, the Classico is a super light cigar. I mean, it's a Connecticut. It's a real
I
Connecticut.
never had the classical.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to I'm gonna at some point, I'm gonna one
I never even seen the fucking. I didn't like the Cabanetta. It didn't hit me right.
yeah, me neither. No, I didn't like that one either.
It had a weird vibe to it.
Yeah, definitely. But my point is just I do also like or like the CAO Gold, actually, I quite like that one, ironically. Um, so it's not that it for some reason, sometimes the filler fills stuff out for me. Maybe it's just Nicaraguan filler, but it doesn't have to be a strong cigar. It just has to feel dense, I guess, in its flavor.
Well, I think though, I mean, if you have a lot more connection with like a lot of the mid tier Nicaraguan fillers, and that's what that you really prefer, in that category, then you got to go with what you like, though. At the same time, though, I mean, imagine how many different cigars I've tried in my life. Like, so
Yeah.
that's the thing about reviewing. Like, my mind has I reviewed a lot of different stuff.
Mhm.
But I had to though. So it's, um, but there's cigars I always come back to. So yeah, I mean, it was. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You tried it out. Maybe you did try it in a robusto, and maybe even like the pequeños are nice and the tins.
Mhm.
Those are much stronger. Those are and more heavy.
I
But
think I'll have to smoke some stuff that's got more Nicaraguan, Honduran filler in it in terms of the mass-produced cigars. See if that changes my opinion. Because maybe it's really that cheaper or the different. Maybe it's just that I don't like the Dominican when it's just straight Dominican. Although I do like the Zeno Platinum. So, but I also want to say, um, I think that you really gravitate towards a beautiful cigar when you're getting a good, beautiful flavor. And this is a great cigar to get a reliable medium with a beautiful flavor to it. I can definitely get behind that.
yeah.
And I don't look for beauty in the same way I think that you do. So that's
No,
that one.
it was a perspective. But yeah, no, it's I love that cigar, but there's so much history I have with that cigar.
Mhm.
So, but you don't have any history with it. So that's what it's interesting seeing. Like that was like literally like your first time in your mind. So you enjoyed it, but it wasn't the same level I do because you don't have any history with it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
I mean, it's like I smoked that cigar like after clapping cheeks many of times. So like it's a different, like it's like I I've been clapping cheeks and thinking about smoking a Cohiba Red Dot. So it's a different. It's a, it's like I can't wait for this bitch to leave so I can
Yeah,
smoke. Like
that's
bitch,
a yeah,
so it's
that's
but
fun.
no, but interesting how you had the blue more, and the blue's a fun cigar. But I think you try the Royale, but the Royale gets expensive. It's talking about $25. Um, and I wouldn't want it to disappoint you though if you go out there and buy that. But the Royale is a great stick. But I mean it's right there, Padron. The Royale was my opinion. Like he was attempt to like go after the Padron people,
Mm,
and it served it well. But I don't think it's what they're really known for. You know, I think
mm.
the purple's been a bigger seller. And the purple's part of their core line. You smoke the purple or no?
Haven't yet. No,
I think you would like that more than
I
because
haven't been buying cigars for the most part, but yeah, because I've been kind of broke. But yeah, but
yeah, I think Mexican San Andreas and the Nicaraguan tobacco with the Riviera. I think that'd be more up your alley.
yeah,
Yeah,
most likely. I also think it's funny because we smoked the blue together, so I really got to experience how you were experiencing it as well, and I wonder if that affected it. Maybe I need to smoke a
no,
red and a
no,
red
no.
dot.
I'm glad you didn't because I wanted you to experience it for yourself. That
Yeah,
way, you know, it's not like you're like, oh, I hate this, or it's not for you at all. Like you still enjoyed it. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
Good
And,
cigar.
but it'd be interesting to see you in the Robusto, or maybe even that Toro, maybe even the little fatter, like a 6x52 Toro. Maybe that would, maybe that would
Mm,
hit you better. But at the same time, is what it is. Um, not everyone's gonna have the same exact experience. I mean, you had a lot of similar experience. You tasted the cinnamon, you tasted the black pepper. I was surprised you didn't get the nuttiness, but that's
mhm.
okay. If you didn't, but you had that for a year.
Yeah, it wasn't that long, and it's been kept at 69, so it was definitely in good condition.
Yeah, because the one Sacco sent me with 5 years for me, I still had plenty of roasted nuts and cinnamon, so I don't picture that note going away.
Mm,
So yes,
roasted, yeah, a little bit more, but not like a raw nut. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So interesting. But I'm glad we had a great time, man. I'm starting to get tired. Richie's got to go to bed.
yeah.
Like, what?
Oh, I think that Cohiba Blue just really hits that fun note, and I think there's something very special about
But that's
that.
your first. That's your first Cohiba, so that's gonna be like that can't be replaced. Like my first Cohiba was the Red Dot, so I can't. I'm not trying to put the same amount of pressure on you how much I love that cigar because that
Yeah,
was my first Cohiba. So like, what I'm saying though. So like, and I had it so many times.
yeah.
So the Red Dot, I mean the Blue, you had a bunch of times. I think have you tried like a lot of the Partagas stuff though, like the Partagas Black or the Partagas. Um,
Only the yellow label, which I thought was excellent, like a really smart. I got a lot more to smoke, man. Yeah,
the Partagas is really good in the small size. Yeah. How
yeah.
about you never tried the Partagas Ramon and Ramon? That's
No,
really affordable. That's really affordable. The Ramon y Ramon. It's a yellow band, yellow and gold.
mhm.
Oh my God, dude, you would like that. It's a
I,
lighter, but it's really spicy, really sweet. A little on the bitter side. It's a great cigar. You never tried the Ramon and Ramon? Hmm.
I'm gonna smoke through more of these general Altadas blends because I'm curious now. I want to get that straight. Also, I just want to say, DL, that's much appreciated, and of course, I'd love to smoke it, but you absolutely don't need to do that. But thank you for the thought. Um, but yeah, anyway, Richie, I want to let you go to bed, and it was great hanging out.
I gotta go sleep before I die. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? People don't realize day in day out like how much effort it is to dude. I mean, I put a lot of content out, man. Like no other channel puts out like 7 to 10 videos a week. It's a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot, and I, try to keep it interesting. Try to have the core on. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like, but I always like having you on because it's a different perspective, and know, even though we did have a Jewish cowboy joke, which I was confused about that.
That was a
But
weird, but it's all good.
yeah, I felt bad about setting up the 86K club. I feel like that wasn't totally necessary, but it was more of a reminder. If you're going to tell a joke, it's got to be funny. Okay?
That's
Like,
fair enough. I
like
guess
jokes are not supposed to be confusing. You're like,
that's true. That's true. And even if there's two parts to the joke, it can get too confusing. You know what I mean? It has to.
no, because I wasn't sure. What. when you say a joke and people thought you were trying to be offensive first, like, is that a joke? That is not a joke. Then you're like if he would have said like, "Oh, what did the blank say to the blank?" Like, "Oh, okay, it's a joke," you know. But he was just like, "Yeah, he's a cowboy in New York City and he's Jewish," and you're like, "What?
There's a wrench involved. Yeah.
Like what? Home on the range?" You know, and you're like, "What?" Like it's just I don't know. I'm still confused by that. You know. So yeah,
All right, Richie.
441, don't eat ass, Tension for camping. Watch out for vampires. Watch out for Geo. And hey, man, great episode. Always great having you on, bro.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for having me. And sorry for
Thank
being late.
you, and yeah, I'll see you around, man. Richie's so tired right now. I'm falling asleep, so I just
All
gotta
right,
go.
man.
I'll see you around, guys.
Peace, bro.
Cheers.